ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sam Donaldson.
Well, thank you, Terry. Thank you, Terry. I accept your nomination.
A network news icon just made a special visit to Utah to address a huge crowd of Utah's mayors and council members. Sam Donaldson, chief White House correspondent for ABC News in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, covered 4 administrations, often in turbulent times.
Sam Donaldson was at the hospital. Can we go back to Sam?
We are told unofficially that President Reagan is still in surgery. He was taken into surgery sometime after 3:30. Presumably to remove the bullet that had lodged in his body. He was shot, as you know, according to an official report here, in the left side of his chest, and to repair whatever damage the bullet did. I am told by 2 sources, one of them a high official of the government of the city of Washington, that the president is said to be doing well.
Whether in times of tragedy or during those rarer, lighter moments, the news business provided Donaldson with amazing access to the inner workings of national and international politics.
Later on, I began to interact with the presidents, beginning with Lyndon Johnson and going on.
While speaking in St. George during the 2012 League of Cities and Towns Midyear Conference, Donaldson explained to Utah city leaders how his job put him in proximity to some of the greatest stories of our time, and as a result, sometimes thrust him into the limelight, like the time he ended up being Ronald Reagan's straight man during a nationally televised press conference.
Mr. President, tonight you have blamed this continuing recession on mistakes of the past and the Congress.
Does any of the blame belong to you?
Yes, because for many years I was a Democrat.
White House correspondent, a prestigious, fascinating position, one that cemented Donaldson's legacy as a no-nonsense journalist and helped hone a trademark sense of humor that makes him a speaking draw to this very day.
You know, Washington, the old cliche is a bilingual city, where truth as the second language is seldom spoken, and the facts, although interesting, are almost never relevant. Well, I don't agree with that, because I've always enjoyed Washington. I like politics. I enjoy politicians. I've met them on both parties of all stripes. The vast majority of politicians I've known in Washington and elsewhere are good, honest people. They don't have their hands in the till. They're trying to do what their constituents want them, which is very difficult sometimes. Lower my taxes, but not my subsidies. Your subsidies, but mine are producing good things for me, at least. And it's very tough for them.
What do you say to leaders of groups like this about, yes, you can affect a community, you can affect a state? What sort of impact can they have?
Oh, great impact. Those 27 people, it's like the old thing, for want of a nail, the horse was lost. For want of a horse, the rider was lost. For want of the battle was lost. Little tiny things starting at a grass level. It's what has always moved this country. Whether it's a real leader finds a consensus by building a consensus. Politics is the art of the possible. If it's not possible because there are enough people who won't go along, you can't get anything done. And I've met people here who I know how to do this, whether it's a small city or a big city or a municipality, whatever it is. I mean, I admire people who are called politicians. The best of us are leaders. But you can't go so fast and so far if no one will follow you. Leadership is bringing people along. I thank you for your time and your attention. You don't have a rotten tomato, do you? I'm leaving the stage. Bye-bye.
In St. George, Utah, I'm Susan Wood for the Utah League of Cities and Towns.